get through anything, okay? And at that moment, I knew my life had changed forever.
Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because we've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina, otherwise...
Meet Tina, stars Tina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
Here's the edge of your seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had them at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation, they do finances. I talk about traumedies. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good.
Yeah.
Tina, stars Tina Wilson, transforming lives by overcoming one traumedy at a time.
And welcome to the next episode of Traumedy No More for Kids. Now, if you've been around for the past few weeks, you know every single week I am diving deep into the book Traumedy No More for Kids. Welcome. I am Stars Tina, the founder, the owner, the person that does all the things when it comes to traumedy. I am a life and health coach, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. And I'm so excited to be here with you today to share a little bit more about my book that's coming out November 23rd. And it's inspired by my first book, No More Traumedy. And if it's your first time around, you're like, what is this girl talking about? Traumedy? Well, my friends, a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. Now, when this happens, life-changing experiences occur, and it happens to everybody. This book was inspired by my first book, No More Traumedy, where I share a little bit of my biggest traumedy in my life and how I got through it with things like yoga, meditation, breathwork, a whole bunch of stuff. When the book came out, someone said, Tina, children go through traumedies as well. And I really didn't think about it too deep. I do have a nonprofit for boys. It's called the Jamal Mawley Gaines Program, and I've had it for over 8 years. I speak to the children in the school, so I said, you know what? Let me go to the school and speak to the kids. And while I was there sharing traumedies, and for children, I don't like to say traumedies because it's kind of heavy, right? I like to say storms, because if you think about a storm, storms come and storms come, like hurricanes, like tornadoes. I like to think about it like tornadoes in the rain. It can be so beautiful. It can be so disruptive and so ugly, but then so beautiful at the same time, right? So the purpose of this program is to teach children how to tap into those uncomfortable feelings like anxiety, stress, depression, and then we teach them how to turn those feelings and really understand them and then push through the pain with doing things like breath work. So important. We talked about breath work last week. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Today, we're going to be talking about rituals. But again, other things that children can do is crafts, right? Performing arts, dancing, singing, drawing, all sorts of things. And it's very important that you start at a young age with the children so that as they grow, they get wiser, they get better with their feelings and emotions, right? And that's what you want. You want social emotional intelligence. So everything that we're talking about is going to help your children with that. Not only your children, but you as well. So let's get started for today. All righty. So morning rituals. let's start with you as the parents. Do you yourself have morning rituals? And I just want to share a quick story how I learned from my mistakes. Am I the only person that learns from their mistakes? Now, as a young mom, I was a young single mom. The only thing that was my focus was getting the kids up and getting them to school on time. That was about it. If we did that, we were winning for the day. And my morning routine for my children and myself when I was younger, for me, I just get up and go. Is anyone like that? Thank goodness I'm not like that anymore. For my children, wake up, wake up. I'm screaming. They didn't move. I'd pull the cover off of them. I'd even throw water on them sometimes. I'm sure I've probably caused them a lot of trauma in their head. And my daughter tells me several times, you don't want to do that. You want to have beautiful morning rituals. If I could go back in time for morning rituals for my children, I would teach them that, first of all, I would play music to wake them up, some type of soft, whether it's jazz, whether it's instrumental music, what maybe gospel music. So when they wake up, that is what they're thinking about, right? And then I'd give them hugs and kisses. This is what you're giving to the children. So when they wake up, it's like, my girlfriend Marquita, the way she wakes up her granddaughter, is my goddaughter, her granddaughter, is just so sweet. She gives like that extra time, right? Where I'm like, get up, we gotta go. She purposely sets aside about 15, 20 minutes just to get the body going, right? Maybe she stretches her little body, maybe you massage the little body, but you wanna do these things to kind of wake up your body, because if you think about it, they're asleep all night long, right? So I always say your morning rituals start the night before. So kids, this is what you got to do, because you know what you got to do already, right? And my sister does great with this for my niece. She'll have her toothbrush with the toothpaste there, everything set to go with the little mouthwash, with the little flossy thing, everything. So as soon as she walks in the bathroom, she knows that's what she has to do. And if you think about it, it's normally the same thing that you're doing every morning, and it's kind of like autopilot, right? Whether you go to the bathroom, you're going to brush your teeth, making up the bed. You want to teach children how to do that from the beginning, right? One thing, if you make your bed up as soon as you wake up in the morning, it gives you that sense of accomplishment. Before you even walk out the door, you're winning. You finished something. I don't know about you, but is so important to me. I feel so accomplished. I feel so powerful when I say, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I finish it. Plus, your brain gets used to always accomplishing things, even if it's as simple as making up your bed, right? Now, your health is your wealth. Breakfast, they always say, is the most important meal of the day, especially for children, right? You don't want your kid going to school hungry. They can't think. They're all out of it. It's like, right? Whether you do the vitamins, water, orange juice, whatever it is, but you want to make sure that the health is really going good for you with what you're feeding the children in the morning. Now, I know we love a good Fruity Pebbles. Maybe Frosted Flakes, something like that. But all of that sugar just is not good. Fruits, vegetables, yogurt. You're like, girl, no kid wants to eat that. Well, they only know what you're going to give them. Yes, choices are great. Yes, letting them use their mind, but you want to teach them when they're young what you want to eat. So when it comes to the nutrition, you want to make sure the children are fueled with the right food, giving them snacks, whether it's their lunchbox or whatever, and give them responsibilities, things to do themselves. As busy, I don't like the word busy. We all have full schedules. We have things we want to do, right? And I believe in what gets calendared gets done. Let's repeat that again. What gets calendared gets done. What do I mean? If it's on the calendar, it's going to get done. If you know, oh my goodness, I just remembered I had a dentist appointment today. It didn't get calendared. It didn't get done. See, that's what I'm talking about. Things like that. If it's not calendared, it doesn't get done. In life, to be successful, you have to have a plan. You have to know what you're doing. That's what being a responsible individual is. So start with the kids. All right, having the book bag by the door. Another thing, having your clothes set out the night before. Now, maybe you want to be creative and give them different types of outfits to wear. Have those out, but this is what you can wear tomorrow. Even laying the clothes up for the week, that makes it so much easier. Your homework, your assignments, and give yourself plenty of time to do some extra motivation in the morning. So a plus, some type of inspirational video, motivational video, whether it's a book, whether it's a something. Why? Because you want to feed the brain, pouring all that great information and knowledge in. Yes, cartoons are great, but find some cartoons that are going to inspire the children to be better, to do better. I don't know where you are in your spirituality, if you believe in God, if you're reading the Bible. Maybe you do a Bible verse in the morning. Maybe you pray in the morning. Praying is so important, right? Being thankful for waking up in the morning. These are things that you want to start doing with your kids. So morning rituals are either going to make or break your day. And sometimes, I got to be honest, guys, I just get back in bed sometimes. Like my morning's like not going too good. I'm like, what is going on? I just get back in bed and start all over again. It's like, okay, take two. Kind of like when you're making movies and they take one, take two, take three, and you keep going, because that's okay. So morning rituals, that's where we are today. Traumedy no more for kids. We want to raise the next generation up so they can conquer and win. And it starts right here in the mind. We want to give them strong mindset muscles. Just like you go in the gym and you're lifting weights, right? You want to do the same thing with your brain, with your mindset. So you always want to be talking positive to the child. Then another thing you can do is mirror work and have them doing I am statements. So before they leave the house, have them look in the mirror and say some I am statements of what they want to do, of how they want to feel. I am amazing. That is the name of our anthem, our song. I am beautiful. I am strong. I have a great attitude. I am positive. I am beautiful. Whatever it is, you want to just maybe turn it into a game where you guys are going back and forth. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm positive. I'm like, whatever, make it fun so the children love what they're saying and love what they're doing. You can even turn it into a game if you want. These are things that's going to make the next generation of children amazing and just thoughtful and loving. So let's recap what we talked about today. All right. If you're just tuning in, this is a Traumedy No More workshop series. This is a series that I have created in the launch of my next book. My next book is called Traumedy No More for Kids. A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this happens, life-changing experiences occur. And for children, it can be little, it may seem little to us, but in their little minds, it's huge, right? Maybe they can't get the locker fixed at school. Maybe they hear their parents arguing and it scares them. Maybe their dog or their cat or their fish passes away and they just don't know what to do, right? It starts with them being a little bit anxious. And then they get stressed. And then they get depressed. And some parents just kind of forget, oh, they'll be fine. But no, those feelings get stuck in their body. They get stuck in their bones. And not only are they feeling their emotions, but it's 7 generations of emotions and feelings and stress and pain and depression that they're feeling. So we want to start when they're young, teaching them how to understand what you're feeling. Maybe you get an emoji board with your kids at home. What are you feeling? Because sometimes I don't even know what I'm feeling. I'm like, well, am I sad? Am I hungry? Am I mad? Am I happy? Because you can have more than one emotion. Did you know that? You can feel more than one thing at a time. So once you're teaching the child how to understand what they're feeling, okay, so you're mad. I understand you're mad. What can you do to get that anger out of your body? Because that's what you got to do. If you're mad, maybe you go for a run, maybe you go for a walk, maybe you dance, maybe you shout, maybe you do some jumping jacks, maybe you punch. Doesn't matter, but you got to get it out of your body. Punch the pillow. Maybe you have a little scrunchy ball. You want to teach your children how to regulate their emotions, how to regulate their feelings, because you're not going to be there all the time. You're not going to be there to hold their hand. You're not going to be there to hug them. So you want to teach them as children how to soothe themselves, right? And some adults can't even do that. For example, I know that if I'm not in a good mood, there's so many things that I can do. And sometimes I just want to be in a bad mood. If I'm being honest, I just want to lay in a ball and take a beat, right? And that's okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. You have to do what you feel. But I don't want you to stay in that dark place, my friends. I want you to get up. Maybe you start by just moving your body. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna just move my arms, and maybe you force yourself to smile. And when you smile, you feel good, you look good. Maybe take a nice deep inhale. Ooh, I feel my muscles popping and cracking right there. Maybe you're rolling your shoulders back, moving your body from side to side. Move your body, breathe, get the energy flowing. That alone will change the way you feel. Change your environment. Go outside and feel the sun on your face. Maybe it's cold where you are. Well, then put a coat on, but let the sun hit your face. Maybe you watch the sun set or watch the sun rise. These are things that God has given us to fuel us, right? It's like my medicine to fuel my heart, to fuel my mind. You, my friends, you are in total control of what you feel. You are in control of what you think. It's true, right? You have to stop putting those toxic things into your head, like movies, like music. I had Netflix on the other day and I was going to watch a movie, and I don't know what it was. It was a series. It looked like it was a Tyler Perry something. It had, it looked really good. And I put it on, and as it started, it had like this ratchet song playing. It looked good, but then the person was like cursing in the song, and I was like, okay, do I want to watch this? And then I turned it off because there's so many other things. I remember when my children were younger, there was no cursing allowed in my house. And I would tell my children, like, the only reason why people curse is because they don't have the education or the knowledge to express themselves without cursing. And then I remember I went to see Tony Robbins in person, and he said the F-bomb. And he's like, sometimes in life, you just gotta say, freak it. He didn't say freak it, he said something else. Some people believe in that, some people don't. Again, no right, no wrong. But for me, I no longer want to surround myself with those types of words. Why? Because they're not fueling my soul. Okay? So just think about your values, your morals, what you want for yourself, what you want for your children, and then teach that to them at a young age. Okay? I remember when I was a kid, oh my God, that was like a bad thing to say. And now whenever I hear it, just kind of like ding, ding, it's like a trigger in my head, like, we're not supposed to say the Lord's name in vain. If you teach these things to your children at a young age, they're going to be planted in there like seeds. I have so many seeds planting in my head. Oh my God, there's no shacking up. You're married for life. Like, these are things that my parents and my grandmother put into my brain. That's what you want to do with your children. Plant those seeds. So I'm so excited about this book that's coming out. It's a program, right? It's more than just a book. It's a program to teach children how to overcome those stressful feelings. I'm doing one-on-one coaching. I'm doing group coaching. I also have the opportunity to teach the faculty at a school the program. And I'm going to teach the children next. It's a 4-part series. This book is amazing because the first part talks about the brain, like why we think the way we do, how we think the way we do. And then each chapter breaks down different things like growth mindset, fixed mindset. Today we're talking about morning rituals. Now the last chapter of the book, that is the best ones, my friends. This is the fun, juicy one. There's games, there's puzzles, there's coloring, there's all sorts of activities and things you can do to overcome the trauma. Yes! That, my friend, is why you want to grab this book. And when you pre-order it, you're going to get a nice little gift before it, a Traumedy kit. We have Traumedy kits. And in the Traumedy kit, there's something in there that's going to support you, that's going to empower you to push through the pain. Alrighty, I'm so grateful that you came through today. If this is your first time, make sure you go back and watch all the other episodes. We're going to put a link right here so you can purchase the book early because we're having a birthday. Okay, it is a birthday celebration, birthday bash. November is my birthday. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm celebrating the entire month. November 14th is my birthday. The 23rd is the launch, and we're having a 2-part series that day. In the morning, I will be at Rawway Library. We're having a little brunch, a little doo-doo, so you can get dressed up and look super cute. And then later on, I'm going to a bookstore in Newark for a book signing, and I'm just so excited. If anything I have said has touched your heart, has empowered you, has made you say, wow, that's great, please share this video with someone. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Click notifications because we have these videos coming out every week. And then once the book comes out, guess what? I'm doing a program, an online program, and you and your friends and your children, everyone can join. If you know someone at Girl Scouts, at cheerleading, at dance, at whatever, and they have children, share this video with them. All right, family and friends, I will see you next week. I'm so excited to be bringing you Traumedy No More for Kids. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye.
The young entrepreneur was killed at a business he owned downtown.
Laying there in his puddle of his own blood at that point. Literally holding him and screaming his name as he's taking his last breath.
Gaines was 21 years old when he was murdered.
And the Emmy goes to The Tape Room, Jamal Malley Gaines.
What's going on with my son? Like, I'm sorry, your son is dead. And the last time I saw my brother was in the hallway where he died. And I told him, you need to get a gun. You need to have more protection.
Somebody knows something. Somebody out there has some answers about what has happened.
This is ridiculous. Okay, it should not happen. This needs to stop. Young black man with a business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yes!
They were coming after the store, even though they shot him, he was still just fighting as he was going down. He went out there charging like a lion, and that's what we named his foundation after, Lion-Hearted Legend, because he had so much freaking heart.
Greatness attracts hate and jealousy and envy and greed. Yes. When what it should attract is motivation. Because that's what Marley did for me. He motivated me.